Hello again. Welcome to my log cabin in beautiful Devon in the UK, United Kingdom. Today I'm going to give you a free reading for April 2019. I'd like you to choose a pack of these cards. These are 4 decks from the same pack. 1, 2, 3 and 4, just behind the crystal ball. Choose a pack that you feel right with. Maybe you like the stones on them, the crystals on them. If you'd like to pause the video, please do so now. Okay, welcome to those, especially those of you who are looking in this alone or feeling lonely today. I assume you've chosen your deck now, so we'll get on with it. We'll start with number 1. This is for April 2019. Give these a shuffle again. This is an old tarot deck. It's been with me a long while. And we'll see what we have in store. Well, new romance is in the air for some of you. New romance can be new lovers, new romantic interests, or you may be looking for new romance and finding it for a change. There is some promising stuff around that. If you don't have a new romance this month, then you may find that one that you're already in becomes more intense and more passionate and more special. So it looks like a good month for a lot of you with romance, especially the arty ones amongst you, the ones that are into music and that kind of thing, theatre maybe the ballet. The people who are with you amongst you who are quite arty will find this a very romantic month indeed. It's a time when you may receive offers of romance from people you already know, people maybe you thought were not interested in you. Maybe someone from the past will turn up. I always say never a good idea to go backwards, but if it wasn't a romance in the past, then you can go backwards, because it may be a romance in the future. But April is a romantic month for quite a lot of you, not for everybody. These readings are general. Some of it will apply to you, and you'll know when it does. If you're lonely, it's a good month for romance. If you're between the age of 30 and 40, it's even better. And there are also signs of good things for older people, in the 60s, maybe to 70. If you're looking at this and you're more mature in your years, it's a good time for romance, for doing romantic things, for trying out new romantic things. And it is also a very spiritual month for a lot of you. Those of you who already know that you're spiritual or into psychic stuff and things like that, witchcraft maybe, you'll be inspired by the month of April this time round. The nights are drawing out, it's getting lighter at night. There's a lot of female activity around a lot of you, whether you're men or ladies, a lot of female goings on. Maybe you're meeting females, ladies that are into psychic stuff. Maybe your friends and yourselves are getting more into this kind of thing. And it's pretty good. But you have to be a little bit careful, because there may also be women around who are not quite what they appear. There could be some men, pretty much the same, but a lot of women around at the moment who may be a bit naughty, maybe a bit spiteful behind the scenes. I think most of these will be relatives or in-laws, maybe mother-in-law. Don't want to put a dampener on mother-in-law, but look out for dodgy females around this month in April, especially if you're into new love stuff, because there may be some jealousy around if you're entering into new love or romance. Quite often you'll find that people's new lovers' parents don't like you, or they object to your religion or something like that. But it's quite common these days, it's all the time. Most of you in April will receive karma. I always say that we get karma around about twice a year, sometimes more. This means you'll get what you deserve. If you've been good, you'll be rewarded. If you've been bad, you may find that you're not being rewarded. It also means, of course, that if people have been naughty or bad to you, they will receive their karma. It's always the same. There's no escaping it, no negotiating. We all get karma. We get what we deserve in the end. There are signs that you need to remove negatives, a lot of you, not all of you, but some of you may have negative people around you that need to be avoided. That's not always easy, I know, but throughout this month of April, you need to remove negative people. You need to avoid negative habits such as smoking and things like that. And a lot of you will be considering doing that anyway. There's some lucky numbers for you this month. The numbers are 2, 21, which is quite common, 27, I'm picking up 32, 39 and 49. There are your lucky numbers if you picked number 1 for April this year. All in all, if you pick number 1, there's nothing drastic to fear or to worry about. I don't see lottery wins or anything like that. I don't see you losing money or anything like that either. I don't see you losing jobs or nasty stuff like that. Nothing to be scared of. Keep the stress levels down, but I say that to everybody. And keep the negatives down, and try not to mix with negative people if you can, because they will bring you down. There's no question about that. A lot of you have spirit guides that are active as well at the moment. If you live in an old building, you may find guides are already there when you moved in. Don't be fearing these guides. You're very lucky to have them. If there are spirit guides in your property or in your bedroom or anywhere in the house, talk to them. They may not reply, but they can hear you. And it takes a lot of energy for a spirit to reply to us just for a fleeting second. But they can hear you, they will look after you. If they're spirit guides from your family or lovers that have passed away, they will love you and they will look after you and protect you. So speak to them. It's frustrating for them if you don't speak to them. They're there, they're listening, they're protecting. Even when you're in the car, they're with you. Good month for getting what you deserve. If you deserve a pay rise, you should get it. If you deserve new things, you should get them. If you deserve love, you should find it. So it's a positive month, but as I said earlier, watch out for a lady, or maybe more than one lady, that is maybe a bit spiteful behind your back. This can be men as well, but it figures at the moment mostly females that are a bit dodgy behind the scenes. So if you chose number 2, a spiritual month, a kind of loving month. I'm not saying you're going to get married or anything like that, but some of you will be. And if you do get married, it looks as though if you get married this month, the weather will be kind to you, especially if you're in the UK. It's a good month for marriage, it's a good month all around for number 1. So thank you for that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon and you'll get notification every time I place a new video, and I'll be doing one soon for this next coming week. Thank you, number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. Put these away. Out of the way. Number 2. If you chose number 2, you may have run onto this, so if you have, I don't blame you. You don't want to listen to everyone else's readings. If you pick number 3 or 4, run the tape on if you want, the video. I'm shuffling these for you, number 2, if you chose this one. This is for you for April this year. Although we're already into it, I'm a bit late with this video. Right. It appears that a lot of you in the recent weeks have made a lot of sacrifices. Some of you may be going through split-ups or divorces. Some of you may be going through leaving your job or trying to find new work, new careers. Some of you may be going it alone and starting off businesses. It's a good month for that kind of thing, but I don't think, a lot of you I don't think have had it easy recently, and it's about time you did. Better times are coming, but really you'll need to remove the negatives first, to get rid of the old stuff, and in with the new. There's a lot of patience required. You'll need to be patient and wait for some of these things. You've put the things into progress, you've put things into action, a lot of you, and you're waiting for them to develop. And they will soon, they will develop soon, but you may get irritated with the delays. You may find you're ringing up people and you've got a 10-minute wait on the telephone. You may get delayed in the trains and the railway stations. Your taxi may be late, things like that. Look out for delays, allow extra time if you're going out. Some of you, I feel, are quite steady and rock steady. You're the type of person who people can depend on. And they will depend on you, a lot of them, so don't let them down, because you've always been dependable, so stay like that. You are solid as a rock, most of you, that chose number 2. Some of you will be moving house, or planning to move house, or selling your properties. Think carefully before you place your property with an estate agent. Be very careful. There are warnings about that. You may find that you're better selling these things yourself these days. There are internet websites, and there are other ways of selling properties without using estate agents. I'm not saying they're all bad, but there are warnings in this reading. If you're selling your house or buying a new one, be careful. Caution is required. Those of you with children should have a happy time in April. It's a good month for you. There are signs that some of you are moving near to water, maybe the sea, maybe somewhere near a river or a lake. There are one or two of you who are waiting for news that you've been waiting for a long while, and it still seems to be keeping you on hold. It's coming soon. Some of you are gifted, talented, and capable of almost anything. And you're going to meet people like that as well this month. It's a strange and interesting month. There are delays to start with. Once things get moving though, I think they will move pretty quickly. And you'll end up at the end of this month with no real regrets, because there's no warnings in this reading. There's no disasters. Again, a bit like number one. Pretty good month. Not such a lovey-dovey month as number one was having, but there are no messages of disasters in your love life either. If you're lonely watching this, I always say a special hello to you. You may find that this is not the best month for dating. There's nothing bad, but it may not be that you're going to find a brand new lover this month. Look out for a man who travels extensively, who may be coming your way to help you. Someone you know that you can trust, you won't deceive you. And keep waiting. Try and get outdoors more if you can this month. You've got some lucky numbers, number two. And your lucky numbers are 13, 17, 22, 29, 40 and 41. Pick those numbers. Remember those numbers. They're lucky numbers for you this month. If you pick number two, that's not a bad month ahead of you. What's left of April this year, 2019. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you'll get notified every time I do new videos. And please tell your friends and share this with your friends. Let's take a look at number three. If you chose number three, and you may have run onto this, you're watching my hands on a video. This is for you, number three. From my log cabin here in beautiful Devon in England in the United Kingdom. Wherever in the world you are, welcome to you. I'm shuffling these for you, number three. This is for April 2019. Readings are subject to change. That means that you can change them. If I say to you in a personal reading more than this, but that you're about to get run over by a bus, then you make sure you didn't. So you can change things. That's the beauty of having proper psychic readings. If you want a psychic reading with me, call or go onto my website. It's davidcharlespsychic.com. And you can arrange a private reading with me on that number, on that website. Right, number three. Beauty. A lot of the ladies out there, without being sexist, are quite beautiful. And that doesn't just mean beautiful to look at, although it will mean that sometimes, but it means beauty comes from within you. And that also includes, with a lot of you, psychic and caring natures. You have beauty within, and it shines out this month. Sometimes you hide it and you're quite shy, and a lot of people like that. They like the shyness in ladies and girls. This will apply to some of you lads out there, the men as well, but a lot of the girls in pick number three are having a spiritual month, and their warmth is coming out. When they walk into a building or a room, they light the place up, just their presence. You may meet someone like this. If you're looking for love, number three, you may meet a girl like this or a lady like this if you're a man looking for love. She's spiritual, she's peaceful, she's calming. She walks into a room and everything appears to go calm just with her presence. You may meet one or two, maybe three people like this in the whole of your lifetime. They're quite special and quite rare. I believe Princess Diana had those traits, and several other ladies. But somebody like that is in the reading for you, and you may be that person. A lot of spiritual activity around this lady. She almost glows like an angel. Some of you, number 3, are overdoing it in the month of April, making things harder than they should be, taking on too many hours at work, maybe working too much at home if you're a home worker or if you work from home. Try and set some deadlines, go to bed at a set time. Unlike me, I'm up all night doing spell rituals, but you need to get the sleep if you can and don't take on too much. Everybody wants it done yesterday, and you're not going to manage that. It's no good trying to say you will, because you'll just let them down. So don't make things harder at work than it needs to be in April this year. Don't take on more than you can, and if people, friends, family are trying to put upon you, you'll need to say no occasionally. If you hurt their feelings, well, they'll soon get over it. There is a lot of fertility in this reading for you, number 3. Fertility can mean babies, of course, but it means all sorts of other things. It means growth. It means new projects, new romances. This comes up in lots of readings. A fertile month is good. If you want to plan or start a family, this is a good month to do it. If you want a new romance, it's a great month to do it, but especially if you want a new job, this is a great month because your earthly stuff is highly fertile. If you're planting seeds in the garden or the seeds of life, it's a great month for you, number 3. There are messages of secrecy, a lot of secrecy around, but I think at the moment you need to be a bit secretive, keep your own counsel. Some of you are too revealing. You tell everybody your business. Don't do that on Facebook either or social media. It's tempting to type away all your private stuff. The keyboard is one thing, but once you press that send button, you can't bring it back. You can delete it, of course, on Facebook. But try and keep your own counsel this month. Don't be too revealing. If you're meeting someone new, a lady or a gentleman or a lover, just keep yourself a little bit private to start with, because there are indications that you may not be receiving the full information from them. You may meet a new lover that is a bit guarded, which will normally almost mean that they've been hurt in the past. But a lot of you have as well, number 3. There are some tears for some of you, tears of regret. Some of you are feeling a bit depressed this month. It will pass, but it's there, especially towards the end of April. You may be feeling a bit low. Not a bad reading, there's nothing, no warnings. But I always say if you're crying, make sure you're not crying over spilt milk, because it won't help. No good having regrets about the past. Look to the future. Come to this channel and look to the future, or get hold of me, have a psychic reading on davidcharlespsychic.com. That's my website, and I'll be there for you. Good month for most of you. A lot of it's about work, number 3. A lot of work going on. If you're in business, you may find a lot of orders coming in. A lot of new interest, you may be giving estimates to people. Watch out for secrecy, watch out for a beautiful spiritual lady. She may not look beautiful in every case, but she's beautiful inside, she's special. Look out for unnecessary tears of regret. A lot of you have been sad recently, and there will be reasons for that, I know. And if you want more detail, then you may need a proper psychic reading, one-to-one with me. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can always call me. That's it for number 3. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to my channel, please. Click the bell icon and you'll receive notification every time I release a new video. And tell your friends. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4. This is for you. You chose number 4. Thank you for waiting, unless you ran it on. Let's see. Number 4, we'll give them a little shuffle. These old cards, looking a bit worn out now. A bit like me. Number 4, right, there we are. Number 4 for April. Interesting, very interesting actually. Job offers, again, for you. Job offers are in the reading. Contracts, new contracts if you're in business. Big contracts for some of you, especially those of you who live in the African nations. And a lot of my clients are in Africa, and some of the towns and countries there, places there. Big contracts are coming up. You may not take them. You need to study them. If you don't know how to study contracts and paperwork, get someone that does to do it for you. Don't sign anything dodgy. But I don't think there's dodgy stuff, I think it's good. Excuse me. Contracts, new jobs. You'll be looking for new work, you'll be offering people your skills, your business is picking up dramatically. But it's complicated because there are also matters of love in the air. Some of you will be finding new lovers, brand new lovers. Some of you will be getting closer to brand new lovers. If you meet new lovers this month in April, it must be fated. You mustn't do it on dating sites. If you meet a new lover on a dating site, you've met the wrong one. New lovers are predicted. That means the spirit world are planning them for you. Don't force the issue by going on dating sites or lonely heart clubs. Wait. Get out and about. Don't lock yourself in the house, because new lovers are predicted for lots of you. If you don't find a new lover this month, you'll find that the one you've got, or the one you've had for a while, may be getting a bit more affectionate, a bit kinder to you. Maybe it's the bouquet now and again or something like that. For the men out there, you need to talk about girly things when you're with girls. She doesn't want to hear about football all the time, especially this month. That will really irritate her this month. If you have a lady friend or a lady wife, you need to talk about stuff that ladies like for a while. Drop the manly thing and talk about love. Buy her some flowers. Be kind to her, and remember she's there for you, and she's hard working and she needs you, especially the married men out there. You need, I believe, to show more affection to your lover. There are some lucky numbers for you, number 4, for this month. Number 4 is one of them, number 4. Number 7 is another. So 7 and 4 are very significant for some of you. 14 is another one. Then you've got 34 and 42 and 47. These are good numbers for you this month. There are problems for some of you with belongings. You may lose things. Losses are predicted. Losses can be severe losses, but they're not usually. Losses in spiritual readings are usually the avoidable kind. So look after your belongings, your phones, your credit cards. Don't gamble on the horses, unless it's the Grand National, maybe tomorrow, I think it is. But I'm just joking. But be careful with losses. Don't lose money. Don't lend out money, because you may not receive it back. Don't lend out anything, in fact. There are signs that some of you are walking away from situations. Now, this may be to do with a new lover. You may be considering walking away from a lover that you have because a new lover is coming. Be careful. Think it over first. The grass is always greener. Don't give up a lover that you may regret in 10 years' time, or even in 5 years' time. I always say in these readings, where would you like to be in 10 years' time? Think about it. If you're thinking about giving something up, think about it first. Don't just do it. Don't burn your bridges, because you won't be able to go back. And if you're giving up a lover, be careful. Don't give up the prize that you really, underneath, you adore. There's a lady around you this month. Sorry about the rain on the roof. There's a lady around you this month who's solid, reliable, strong. She may be linked to your career. She's a good person, a motherly person. She's definitely into motherhood and children, that sort of thing. A good month for lovers, especially brand new lovers. If you've just entered a new love affair, number 4, this is a great month for you. Great month for contracts, for new jobs, mostly for the self-employed out there, if you're working for yourself. It's not a good month for investments with money, because you could lose. Be very careful with money, with any kind of investments. As I said before, don't lend out money unless you're absolutely certain you'll get it back. Look out for a lady who is smart, intelligent, feminine, attractive, and once again attractive inside as well. And if you're thinking of giving up smoking or drinking or drugs or anything like that, this is the month for you, April, number 4. The month of April is for you. A great month for new beginnings, and really a good month all round. So please subscribe to my channel. If you want a psychic reading one-to-one with me from anywhere in the world, it's davidcharlespsychic.com. And I think that's about all I can say for April this year. Thank you for watching. and I'll be seeing you next week with a new video, so take care.